This is super fun. We're just like, look at this quad we're riding on. The old Polaris Trailblazer. You've been having fun out here.
Yes, I have.
Wow, I'm jealous. This is so cool. How to identify it.
Every day.
Yeah, once you get an eye for it, that's totally an arrowhead. Wow. I just found a deer shed. Look how cool that is. Make a skinwalker headdress out of it like that. There is a connection between the paranormal, UFOs, and the myths of ancient history. The clues are scattered across the landscape from a forbidden past, maybe even in your own backyard. There is a connection between the true nature of our reality, consciousness, and the unexplained. I'm Carl the Crusher. Let's explore the unknown. Look at that. Where does that go? He just crawled in a cave. He's all crawled back in there. Look at that. And then there's this other one over here on the left. Yeah, he's way up there. There's another little pocket cave just right in front of you down below, but I don't know if you can get there. Might just be a little hole for bats too, I don't know. He went all the way up there in his freaking cowboy boots.
I know.
That's crazy. You're like scratching your back. What the hell is?
It's nice, try it. All I'm seeing is animal stuff.
Just animal dens? Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. You never know though. You stick your head in one of those and there could be a mummy in there. It's very possible all the way up there could be a whole bunch of stuff because of the creek and the water. And even where the runoffs are and come down here. I'm just looking around all these boulders down below here too, because there definitely could be carvings on any of these rocks down below. On top of them there could be a spiral or anything nobody's seen for a long time. Jessica, have you noticed all these like survey markers and stuff around too? There's like metal poles in the ground with survey markers and stuff all over. Yeah, and notice like, see this brown fiberglass thing? Those could have been markers for like a historical site, but see how it's all been washed out. And there's like a metal post right up there. See it looks like an aluminum pipe coming out of the ground with a black lid on it.
Yeah.
There's one there, and then there's another one kind of back over there. So who knows?
Oh, wow.
Have to put a pair of gloves on. I wouldn't touch it with all that fiberglass like that.
Yeah.
It'd get all in your hands. Look at you. What the heckin'? Whoa, that's cool. Found a little mouse jaw. Holy smokes, Jess. Cool. They were all over here. It's got to be from this water, don't you think? All this creek water.
Yeah, that wash down.
Yeah. It might have been flowing a lot better back in the day, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Now it's all dried up in desert.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy.
Whoa, look at the size of that pot.
Goodness. Can I put that?
Look at the size of that piece of
So
pottery.
glad I saw that.
Wow. Jessica, look at that. That's huge. That almost looks like a piece of a skull. It's so big. Look at that size in my palm there. That's a whole pot. Like chunk of a pot. Look at that.
Goodness.
That's a big one. And this is like old growth. I wonder if has this been chopped? Yes, look at this. This was axe cut. This is like an old tree. This tree was chopped down by an old axe.
Really?
Yeah. See that? That's a big old piece of pottery. Wow. Yeah, they're definitely here for the water. For this creek right here. And I bet up above, there's like this ledge here, and then up above there's like that whole wall that looks all like it's black. That would probably be a good spot to look up there too. Yeah, that they had a whole campfire in there. See that? Look, there's even just pottery right here on the ground. Possibly up higher. Yeah, where we're headed, there's like collapsed areas that look like this. Yeah. Yeah, you can see how they had campfires and a whole shelter up underneath there. Little half wall, and then this is a metate stone here. See how it's all scraped? Yeah. You can feel it. Where they were using it.
Oh yeah, whoa, that's like smooth, that's weird.
We never found any petroglyphs like around this rock, huh? It's all up higher, yeah.
Up way high.
Way higher. It's probably the same where we just were up above the creek there. Just got to go up high enough. Yeah, I'm not going to crawl in there, but you can totally tell. So Jess said that way up above on the cliff side, up above, there's a whole area, but it's a huge hike to get up there. And there's a bunch of petroglyphs up at the top. So we've decided we're going to make a specific trip back where we go to the top of that last spot that we were to look, and then we're going to go up there and look where we make sure that everybody brings a bunch of water and we've got the supplies to do it. Plan on trekking up. You found another big piece? Whoa! Holy smokes! What
Looks
the
like a checkered board of
heck? That is ornate. Like, that is so cool looking.
That's gnarly.
Somebody really paid attention to designing that one. That is a beautiful piece. Wow. Amazing. Look at that right here by the shelter. Step in the sunshine to get that shot. Look at that. Wow. Amazing. Kind of surprises me there's not petroglyphs on some of these lower boulders. Seem to put them all really high up. They said they found big chunks of pottery up here where we're going now.
Yeah,
Looks
look
gnarly.
at that design. Wow. Right on the trail. Laying right in the middle of the ATV trail. Right?
Crazy.
I'd imagine up around this big boulder there's a bunch. Big chunks all over the ground. Look at all this. Somebody stacked a whole bunch of stuff right in the top of this rock right here.
They might have just sat there and did it, even.
It could have been.
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be there that long.
Wow. Yeah, there's pieces of pottery all over the ground. Obsidian. Piece of obsidian. Arrowhead flaking right here. Pottery here. Tons. Yeah.
Oh, but they were here.
Oh, there's a ton of it here. There's a lot of stuff on the ground. Found a piece of obsidian here. Tons of tool making here. I don't see any petroglyphs right here. Boy, there's sure a lot of pottery everywhere though. You know, for not... Boy, these cactuses are gnarly. See that? Just walking through all these like a minefield out here. Don't kick them with your shins. Any carvings?
No.
No?
I was thinking it might be on top, but I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't want to
Yeah, I don't see any. There's so much pottery, you would think there would be some right on these boulders. They definitely had like a campfire right here. See all this soot on the rock? These might be like stone shelters or something, or some kind of a fire came through here or something. This might have been a rock wall shelter right here. See how this is all charred? Like that other pit house? Right? See how it's all collapsed in? And you can see all the stones here?
Okay.
This might be a whole nother little structure, but it's all buried. Like this could all be buried in with stuff. See how this is burnt? This was all from a campfire. All this soot. This is all from indigenous people having a campfire below the rock. That's why it's all black right there. So this could be a wall right up along the base of this boulder here. Maybe. It could just be desert varnish because the whole outside of this rock is kind of covered with some of this. Maybe a fire came through a long time ago. It feels like some of these boulders were stacked around the bottom of this though. And that looks like a soot fire, but I can't tell. Yeah. Oh, holy smokes. Look at that. Major signs of flaking and tool making and pottery everywhere. There's pottery all over the ground. Look at this whole shard flaked off. Tons of indigenous artifacts, stuff laying around. There really could be petroglyphs just like anywhere. I'm amazed there's not any on any of these lower rock faces. There's a little cabin. Keep finding cool little things like this all over the place, but still petroglyphs are further up the canyon. But we're exploring all around these spots that are loaded with pottery, and honestly this whole valley all the way up to the amphitheater is just full of artifacts. Seems like the petroglyphs are all higher up. Once we get back in the amphitheater though, they're all the way down on the ground just on boulders like this, so you never know. I don't know if that's just a rock or like a stone axe head or what. It's kind of weird with that chunk in it. Somewhere up here, Jess said she found a stack that looks like a wall. Like a row of rocks. So I'm kind of hiking around up here a little bit looking for that, but not really seeing it. Maybe I'm not quite up high enough. But if we're gonna go to the amphitheater, I want to save my energy, and I'm not seeing it. Go along here a little bit and look. Man, it's easy to find something on one trip and then you can't find it next time you come back. There's a whole bunch of carvings up in this canyon. There's some other folks up here as well. Yeah, that definitely looks all carved up.
Yeah, I rolled that one when I was younger.
Did you? Did you know that's a $150,000 federal crime?
Really?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't admit that on camera.
Hey, that's gonna be a lot of money.
Hey.
All these ones.
Yeah, these are 6,000-year-old ancient petroglyphs, yeah. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, there's a sun symbol. There's our ancient native symbols here. So see, you can see this whole line comes down here. It comes up here, and there's a figure of the sun symbol right there. See that? Yeah, these old spirals. Markings all here. There's like a whole family of glyphs right here. This one has got all weird fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. With all these big spirals. See that? Last time I was here, you couldn't hardly see any of these. But now, see, this looks some kind of a triangle symbol. Or see that? You see this one, Kyle? Look at this one that's got all the arms. It's like legs, arm, arm, arm. It's like a whole centipede going up. See that? Or maybe it's a corn stalk. It's amazing. So cool. This whole canyon would be fun to explore, this whole cliffside. Let's see what we find. You see where the crack is?
Yeah.
And then there's like that rough patch. And then that black section right above the rough patch. It's right on that black section. You can see the little stick figures.
Yeah, I see it. And then
Right in the middle there.
if you go to the cave and there's a line and then that rock kind of points and you come up that rock, there's more there as well.
Really?
Yeah. And those ones, square people, the guy missing a leg, there's one with 3 legs, or like a little bitty thing hanging down.
Down there, lower? Is that where we're going now? Or?
There's people up that.
Oh yeah, there is.
Is there more springs over there? Yeah, there's one up this canyon that flow, and then it another that barely.
I bet there's stuff in that slot, in that crack in the wall there, right by those petroglyphs.
So, it looks kind of like a baby, someone standing still and someone jumping.
Oh yeah, I see.
And by that one, there's that kind of box-looking one that I gotta see if I can find again.
That one is totally missing a leg on purpose. The other one's a squatter man. The other one's shorter. There's 2 little ones below it.
Yeah, and there's like a deer above it. And
Wow. Why would he have one leg like that? Fascinating. There's a lot of petroglyphs that show like the figure is missing a finger or missing a toe on one hand, so it's interesting to see it missing a whole leg.
on the rock cabin one, there's a guy with a huge foot. Normal feet. Or like the rest of the body's that normal.
The one that's clear up on the cliff back there where we were? Oh wow. This whole place could be loaded full of stuff. Look at this. Jeez.
Stopped at the sand dunes, which is easy to get to compared to this one.
Really?
This one's about twice as tall as the other one.
It looks way up there.
It is. Like I'm kind of short, so I had to like put my phone up there to take a picture.
Those symbols look interesting though. Is that like a big figure on the left side? Or is that box? Oh, what the heck? And then that whole long strip you were saying is all carved. Wow.
And then we found pottery and stuff over there.
All over here. Yeah, out on that edge, huh? They probably had, there's probably stuff all across the top too.
Oh yeah.
we're in the shade now.
Someone didn't know what they were doing. And they got out, but it was pretty deep.
Somebody got stuck here rooting around, yeah. Oh, we're all in the shade now. It's so perfect. And this whole area is covered with petroglyphs, so now we're getting to all the cool stuff. Look at all this already. As soon as we get here, there's a figure. It looks like a person here. Maybe something broke off. It might be down under the ground, under the sand right here. But now this whole entire canyon is just loaded full of petroglyphs. And now we're in the shade, so it should be a lot easier to climb around. Well, this is datura leaf and flower. I'm not even going to touch it because it's a psychoactive, deliriant, hallucinogenic drug. And it's growing all between the rocks here. Just noticed that. So that might explain some of what they were doing here, drawing. If I remember right, this whole wall's got stuff on it. There he is. What the what? All the lines up there too. Yeah, we need to fly a drone up there. That does look like a piece of pottery. Right by that bush up there, see that red thing, that red pot? That looks like a pot on the ledge, look at that. Here's the Moqui steps though. You see that? Little staircase they carved right in here for the toes to go up and down. Yo, yeah, look at that.
Like they found in the dirt.
Full length.